Dear ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I'm glad you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. I'd like to start by appreciating you so much for supporting YOLENO TV. And because of your support, because of your subscription, because every time you watch this video, you hit the like button, this channel has managed to grow. Now, in this analysis, I have a special observation. But this special observation has been invoked by a tweet that MUTAHI posted a couple of hours ago, and it was in reference to civil disobedience. Before I read that tweet, I would like to take you back to a statement that Barack Obama made soon, I think about months before the election of the US. That was the time when Trump was in power, and then there was civil disobedience. Do you remember the case of that black person who was killed by the police? Barack made a statement, and this is what Barack said back then. I've been hearing a little bit of chatter in the internet about voting versus protest, politics, and participation versus civil disobedience and direct action. This is not an either or. This is both or and. To bring about real change, we both have to highlight a problem and make people in power uncomfortable. He went further and said, you look at those protests, and that was a far more representative across section of America out on the streets, peacefully protesting. That didn't exist back in the 1960s. That kind of broad coalition. That was hope. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is Barack Obama talking in that statement that I've just read to you right now. So I started off by saying there is a reason why I decided to do this analysis, but I chose to first read to you a statement by Barack Obama on what he feels regarding civil disobedience. So this is what MUTAHI said. I believe in civil disobedience as taught by John Locke. But what is the end goal of mass action? Ruto must go. We know this will not happen. How does it end? That's the question Babaman must answer. This is a tweet that MUTAHI posted a couple of hours ago. But just like any other tweet, it did not fail to get responses. Like there's a response from Egesa Ronald Leonard. And this is what he said. My propaganda man, you are simply choosing what to hear from Baba's message. He has repeatedly said that Azimio must reclaim their victory, and it is in the end goal of mass action. Then, again, a certain Twitter account by the name Terry Chu decided to respond to Regesa and MUTAHI. He said, what if the president stays unmoved? What next? Again, there was a response to the same from a Twitter account by the name The Backbench. This is what The Backbench said. He will move. Servers must be opened and elections audited. This matter of contested elections must be addressed once and for all. That is what The Backbench said. So again, The Backbench said, this matter of contested elections must be addressed once for all, and the time is now. There is going to be endless protests until the servers are opened and elections audited and the truth laid bare. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we delve further into this analysis of MUTAHI's perception on civil disobedience and Barack Obama's take on what civil disobedience should do, kindly subscribe to this channel, give us a like, you can hit the notification bell so that every time we upload such videos, you will always become the first person to get notified. Now, Barack Obama has amplified the fact that civil disobedience can force the people in power to listen. I agree with Barack Obama. The Constitution gives us the power to picket, the power for mass protests. It gives us those provisions. Even though that we've seen in this government, they've been trying to fight those provisions of the Constitution. That if you try to picket, tear gases in Arusha, Mali. Look at the case of Eric Omondi, when Eric Omondi tried to use unga as a form of picketing. I think this was one of the best ways to talk to pass a message to the government that watu wanalala njaa. Eric Omondi tried to go to the parliament to pass a message to the speaker, and then he was arrested. We've seen lately there have been peaceful mandamanos, but then road barricades have been erected in a bid to try to gag the people from expressing what they feel. So that's why Barack Obama says that civil disobedience is the right tool to force a government of the day to listen to the citizens. So what Barack is merely trying to say, that civil disobedience is the right way to communicate. I read Barack Obama's statement, then I read MUTAHI NGUNYI'S tweet, because to us MUTAHI NGUNYI ni kama anajaribu kuenjoy Babaman. Anasema, okay, fine, after doing that civil disobedience, so what next? I think what next has been answered by Barack Obama's statement. And Barack Obama was merely trying to make specific references to Martin Luther King Jr.'s some previous statements when he said that he had a dream that one day it will be possible. Mind you, one of the biggest things that helped America was the civil disobedience, whereby back then the people like Martin Luther King enlightened the locals on what black rights are supposed to be. So whoever thinks that the strategy of Azimio is not going to work ni mtu ambao ni kama bado kwa ile tunaita slumberland. That is going to work. Why? I think it's going to work because, one, the response by Martha Koome to call Kioni, I think that could end up to a server being opened. I saw Mudavadi go to Mudi Awori probably to seek advice. On Sunday at Tharaka-Nithi, I had Gachagua literally trying to tell the William Ruto that ukijaribu kuongea na Raila, basi that will be up to you. That was like a sign of someone who was giving up. And then I also had Sakaja, who is a UDA governor, also throw his weight behind a talk between William Ruto and Raila Amolo Odinga. So to me, all these are indications that Raila Amolo Odinga's strategy is working. Ladies and gentlemen, that strategy is working. So that I think maybe Raila could be saying, you must open the server. That is trying to make it that I'm very, very serious. You must open the server. You open the server, we get to know who won this election, and then thereafter we can now talk about peace building, talk about other issues. But until you open the server, there is no way we are going to address electoral injustices. And I agree with Azimio, because there is a need to address these injustices once and for all. Mind you, this was one of the peaceful elections in Kenya, the most peaceful. There were no skirmishes, and that credit should be given to Kenyans. Now, Kenyans can only afford to know the truth so that they can move on, so that they can know that we've been fighting unfairly or we've been fighting justly. That's why that server must be opened. There is no way to it. It just has to be opened. Ladies and gentlemen, I was just sharing a tweet from MUTAHI NGUNYI when MUTAHI NGUNYI decided to ask Babaman what next. I mean, if Ruto doesn't, because he says that Ruto will not leave office, so what next? So that was a bit ni kama vile kujaribu kumuenjoy Raila, but that's it. That's what MUTAHI NGUNYI posted. Now, ladies and gentlemen, kindly share what your observations are or what you think about this, our analysis today. Just share with us what you think about that. And once again, I'd like to urge you to stay safe and stay blessed until we catch up again in our next analysis.